Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Tim here. I bought another one. So the A6 Avant is just about done. I bought some metal to make a bracket for the trans, and as soon as that's done, everything else is pretty much there. I just need to put on the front end and put on the exhaust, and we'll get it out of the shop. But I went on Craigslist, and this is what happened. So, yeah, that's another one. This is a 95 A6 Avant with the V6. This is a 94, or the owner says, I gotta look at the door. The owner says it was a 94 and a half. Cabriolet. So this is an Audi 80. It would become the A4. And yeah, it's a convertible. So apparently Princess Di had one of these things. I think it's unlocked, yeah. She had one of these things and is pretty known for that. Unfortunately, it's front wheel drive, but it's in pretty good shape. Mileage 131, if you can see that. 131, 399. Pretty low. Needs a little love. Window regulator is bad here, so we'll take apart the door and look at that. The top doesn't like to fold all the way, so we'll check the fluid and I think the harness. Either that or there's a sensor, but I really think it's fluid or harness or both. And the airbag light comes on, and the owner says when he changed the battery that happened. So I think we just have to flash the computer. And there's some open source software and some old software that I think I can get to do that with a cable. But the seats are in pretty good shape. Back seat's good. It's got the tray. I took a bunch of stuff out, but it's got the tray and the wind guard for the back. Obviously needs a detail, but I think it's going to clean up pretty good. There's a couple of things, like there's a dent here in this panel, which I think we might be able to pull out. You know, go to Harbor Freight and get one of those PDR kits. Tires are Douglas. I don't know, they work now. We'll see. The heater core is disconnected, so I got a new heater core for 20 bucks. Need some wipers. I know the heater core is going to be a pain to change, but we got all summer to do that. Definitely looks like the top is certainly going to be something that leaks, so we need to check that out. It's missing a little metal thing on the antenna. It's got satellite radio. We're going to have to take that off. Need to clean the top real good. Needs a wash. You know, some of the paint's fading a little bit. At least it looks like it. Probably needs a polish, but I don't, that's fine. It seems to work. Drove home fine. It's had some new stuff. Got a new fuel pump, new struts on the front, and some other things. A couple of things like headlights. This is a little loose, probably just a screw. We'll fix that. The bumper is a little off over here. We'll take a look. Might have a little bit of an exhaust leak, but just as I rationalize this, it's really just minor stuff. So we'll see. And I know I'm jinxing it by calling it minor. Let's see. Do I need the key to do this? Oh, got it. Ooh. So that's heavy. There's new struts, which I think I'm going to try and put on now that he included, hopefully the right ones. It's got a CD changer, spare tire, tools. It's pretty clean. The owner said he had it since 2007, so it is what it is. Maybe 2 or 3 owner. I didn't look it up, but he seemed to like it. Only drive it in the summers. Quick update on the Audi. On the first Audi, on the Avant, everything's hooked back up. I got new engine mounts on the driver and passenger. New passenger side trans mount. I just need to reconnect the front mount here. Everything's hooked up under here. Got a bunch of coolant in it. Kind of naturally burped just from the height of it. Got mineral fluid in here, a little bit of washer fluid. Just have to hook up the bumper, but I'm going to wait to get everything else done, which is really just getting the exhaust back on underneath, the axles, and getting the other trans mount kind of hobbled together. It's going to be a little ghetto. But the interior is pretty much back together. Yeah, I got it vacuumed out, and it's super clean. I am still, hopefully you can see it's a little dark in here, but I'm still gonna shampoo the carpets and detail the interior, but that's not the priority. There's other little cosmetic stuff that we'll take care of later, but all the big stuff, we're getting it back together, knock on wood, is pretty much there. And for the battery, I just got this piece of plastic. It's actually an old cutting board. But I got this little thin piece of plastic here, zip tied on, just to keep anything from shorting out. Even though I do have the positive terminal cover, I just didn't like it being exposed. So never fear, I didn't start a new project without finishing an old one. I mean, technically. But it was just on Craigslist, and I couldn't pass it up. You know, I don't know. I got a problem. So I'm selling Civic. And once that sells, I'm going to get these registered. And I've got some ideas for license plates that go with both. And hopefully you'll like it. That'll be in another video. Let's do a little comparison. All right, so this is with the current shocks. Yeah, that's painful. So these struts came with it. Hopefully they're the right size. But let's see if we can go get these on. So let's see if these are the right size or not. And hopefully while we're doing this incredibly heavy trunk, I don't know what they put in it. It's like lead lined. Hopefully it won't fall on me. They look to be about the right size. See if we can get a little close to the action. See if I can do this on camera. But these have this little, man, this car's greasy. Little clip on them. I don't know if I need to take it all the way out or not. Probably. Yep. All right. Well, that's off. I just pulled it from here. Let's see if it'll actually. Yeah, I'm gonna do this with two hands so I don't beam myself. So the old one I kind of pried off, and the new one, I'm holding the trunk up so I don't die here. But the new one I put on and just kind of cupped it around like that. There you go, bottom's on. New shocks are on. Let's see how this closes. Oh yeah, look at that. Doesn't even want to close. That's good. Yeah, you really need to shut it. See how it opens. Woo! It's ready to go up. So I got this zip tied back on. Part of the clip is still there. It just doesn't have the tabs on the back. So it broke off. So I just got these zip ties on here, and hopefully this will keep the wire for the trunk lid from getting caught in that hinge. While we're here, let's try and get this bad boy off. And it's just a magnet. I forgot these were just magnets, man. I had one of these a long time ago. So that really did a number on the paint there. So that's pretty disgusting on this trunk lid. It's like they used caulk or something. Now to get this goo off. Get some of it off. Just gonna be scraping here. Thankfully it's warm right now and the car's black, so it's coming right off. Yeah. Really smart how we put the wires on the seal. I'm sure that probably leaked. I'll link to these scrapers down below. These grommet holes are open. I wonder if I have any grommets. Let me check. And it looks like these guys are 25 millimeter. Back here under this flap is where the pump and reservoir are for the top. I don't know if you can see, but that reservoir, there's a max line on it, and I don't even see some fluid. And this takes the same mineral oil as the power steering, and I still have a little bit left. The power steering over there. So I'm gonna see if I can just put this in it, and if it gets us any farther. Let's hope this bottom one. I really don't take the back part. I wonder if someone's been in here. It feels a little loose. It's the next day, and I took out the whole trunk area. I want to check for the wires for the top two eventually. But we were on the right track, or I was. If you're watching with me, by taking this off, there is this guy on the back that looks like it's a filler plug. So I'm gonna get this zip tie in there to see if we can get any fluid on there. See if I'm imagining things. It stops pretty quick, so I don't know. Yeah, there's a little fluid at the bottom. See if you can see that. There's a tiny little drop of fluid at the bottom, so I'm gonna try and get a little bit in there with the funnel, and I don't know if that's like, if it's a closed body. I don't know. When I went through everything that was in the car, there actually is some more of this mineral oil, so that's a win. Got a super tiny funnel hooked up in there, and then this guy, and let's just see if we can just get a little bit without it leaking. Upon closer inspection, it did work, and I got it up, fortunately, a little bit above the max line, but a bunch spilled out. So let's give this a shot. I still think there's going to be a problem with the sensors and wiring, but at least we know that there's fluid in there now. Watch the top here. It's stuck a little bit. There it goes. Tells the windows to go down a little bit. Just that. Figure out what's going on there too. All right. Let's see. Well, it sounds a lot better already. Don't tell me. Don't tell me that's all it needed. It goes all the way. All right, it goes all the way. The previous owner put tape over the dashboard. There's a piece of black tape and there's a piece of Scotch tape under it. But behind that, if you can see, there's a little convertible open warning, which I should probably pay attention to with the rain coming. So there's probably a sensor somewhere too. But the top goes all the way down. It goes down good. Top sounds healthy now. At least the pump does. Okay, so it's not latched. I think it's just caught. Let me see. I think it might just be caught. So the top actually, the light went off. I think it's just getting bunched. He's got like this cheap repair going on with the roof. So I think we can repair that up pretty good. But everything works. It works good. I wonder if there's just a small leak or something in the system. We'll keep an eye out for that. But I'm gonna try and get it down and tucked and see if that gets it off. I just laughed, but it's closed and the light's off. Let's pop the trunk and see if we're spewing fluid everywhere. Well, maybe that's what's going on. Well, the fluid level is different now, but the top's in a different position. This clean this up a little bit. I can't tell if this is just the overflow from before or if she's spewing on her own. But that's good to know that if anything, it's just there's a leak in the canister. All the window switches, well, not all, the door's still messed up. But the center switch is working. So let's try and put the top down. All right. It's coming. Comes out. Coming up. Back goes back down. Latches. Roof comes down. Alright, so that's as far as it goes, which is normal. And then let's open these guys up. And we're good. It's flashing now. So there probably is a sensor, something with this being all the way. So we'll check those too, but hey, that's pretty good. All right, nothing works because there's some sensor tripped. Well, we know the regulator works. Ooh, that's a good sign too, because this window is not down, but we hear the regulator whining. So maybe it is just a clips for that. So there's a sensor somewhere, but we can get the roof to do what we want it to do. Let me dry it up completely and we'll take a look. I'll try it again actually. Well, because you guys are here, I'm gonna shut the trunk and see if you can see anything. Let me know. Did you guys survive? Did it leak more? Hard to say. Well, Fortunately, it's not that simple. The fluid level's down. I mean, the top's still operating the entire way, but it's still leaking out down there. The question is, where in the system is it leaking from? And this is going to be an interesting manifold to undo. Okay, but we know the top works. Everything works. It's just there's a sensor somewhere. I don't know what wire. This one feels a little pinched. So maybe take a look at the harness somewhere. But whatever sensor is, it's just one sensor, it seems like. At least I would think. Well, that's it for today. If you guys like this, I don't know what you call it, Audi Holics Anonymous. So if you have any experience with this stuff, please feel free to comment below because I know nothing. Learn as I go. If you like what you saw, please hit that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Until next time, may God bless you, and I'll see you next time.